Why? Because it's gonna boil down to show and prove. It's gonna boil down to like how much you want it, and then actually seeing okay potential. Like, all right, he was here, he got here, he's trying to get here. All right, based on this data, yeah, I could see him making something happen with that if I help him.
Mm-hmm.
But why is somebody not gonna step in at that point if you're lazy? You know what laziness equals? A bad investment.
And you already hear yourself, a bad investment. A lot of people are bad investments. Sad to say.
Yes.
Yes. I've made a lot of bad investments. I made a lot of good investments too. You know?
Yeah.
People can be bad investments. And this goes back to what I said from the jump. There are good people that are good investments. And, you know, back to that saying, strength and unity, we need to unify, but you need to unify with the right people. And that's extremely important. I didn't get to where I was on a fluke. It just didn't happen like that. There was people along the way. I learned a little bit here, I learned a little bit there. I built, I did my own homework, I studied, I worked hard, sleepless nights. Like,
I respect you, man.
It doesn't just you know I respect you to the fullest. It doesn't just happen. This is not like an overnight thing. Don't get me wrong. Some people, you know, I'm not gonna say they get lucky, but God does have a fortunate way of excelling certain people straight to the top. And what I've noticed over a period of time is a lot of people that just go straight up, you know the saying, what goes up must come down.
Yeah.
Like, I would never want such a steep incline. You know what I mean? And if I do have a steep incline like that, it would have to be like around this time where I'm seasoned enough. But a lot of people on the season, they get that steep incline and then, you know, they go up. And when they come down, it's so freaking hard. It's like you hear it like, what's that? What's that? Yo. Boom! Oh!
Yeah.
You don't want that. You don't want that. You wanna go up, not steep, but just enough. And then when your time is up and you hit that bell curve, you just cruise right down. You know what I mean? Because you're never gonna be up forever. You understand?
There's a couple niggas that's still up though.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And you'll be one. I'm gonna say right now off the record. Well, this is on the record, but going to you, you know, I'm also, I could put myself in that category and a few other people, but you alone, because it's a decision to want to go through. It's very painful. Like I don't want to say like what, like DJ Khaled was like, yo, he said he had an album called Suffering from Success, right? He was always saying that saying, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? I didn't reach that level. You didn't reach that level to understand, yo, okay, you're going to have these lonely nights. You're going to have these lonely mornings. You're going to have these short nights. It's going to be very painful. You're going to want to crash out. Hey, you might not, some people, you hear them, they don't even want to be here no more because it's so fucking hard.
Word, that's the truth.
And things is really, your whole world is you live a little regret, like, damn, I should have never did this. You know, why did I put myself through this now? It's hard to get myself out.
Yeah.
And that's what separates you from a lot of these people. It's not about music, man. It's not about, it's a trait.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to do music, you know, I would believe as far as not on the talent wise, but I believe even with your,
I got boss.
You got boss. I mean, listen, you got boss, you got boss. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say like that, but meaning like even if you didn't have bars, I don't think you got bars. But if you think you got bars, you ain't got no bars. All right, thank you for being honest, because a lot of niggas, them same budget niggas, don't got no bars. You feel me? That's why they like budget? No bars. Nigga, they ain't got no bars. That's why. No bars and no dollars. So I was like, damn, what the fuck?
Damn.
That's the trying to get out the hood. You know what I'm saying? So now I would believe that even if you was whack,
Yeah.
I believe because you have this relentlessness, this work ethic, this belief in yourself,
Yeah.
that
Even if I was whack,
eventually,
I'll make it like Soulja Boy.
yeah, I mean, I
No,
like
no offense to
Soulja
Soulja
Boy.
Boy. I fuck with Soulja Boy.
I like Soulja.
I
I'm
like Soulja
saying,
Boy.
because Soulja's the reason why we doing this.
Word.
We getting money
I
online.
fuck with Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy.
You know what I mean,
Don't take that personal. It's just around the time when Soulja Boy came out.
yeah, I get what
We
you're
wasn't.
saying.
We wasn't.
He had no
jacking it,
bars.
you know what I
He
mean?
ain't had no bars,
He ain't no boss.
but at the end of the day, it's like he moved great with business.
Yeah, I gotta respect.
He
him
moved
on
with
that.
his bread.
What?
He's paying for his own videos.
Word.
You know, he ain't paying for beats, so he's paying for the education and the production.
He has a budget. He has a budget.
So what does he really have? He really has
Structure, organization.
He had management. He had College Park, which was a manager, but nonetheless, it's always gonna boil down to you, because a manager can't manage nothing that doesn't need to be managed. That there's nothing there to manage.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the labels. You want to get signed. What is there to sign?
That's a fact.
You know, you wanna get a car. Where's the license, my nigga?
That's true.
Like
That's fucking true.
there's certain shit. You want the job, okay? Where's the experience to, like? I don't believe that anybody. Yeah, you got certain levels and certain groups of people that kind of stop you, but then there's, to a certain degree, there's also that door is still going to be there, and it's really like, all right, what have you done? It doesn't matter what you do. It's gonna be very hard to start from level one. But no different from a nigga who want to play ball. I remember when my niggas, my brothers, and them wanted to play ball. What they did, they went to Models. They paid for a ball. They paid for shorts, and then they was paying for YMCA membership.
Yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Even ball, you gotta pay.
Yeah.
AAUs, niggas wasn't paying for AAUs free. College, church leagues is free. I don't even play ball, and I know that. So even the church is asking for their dollars.
That's a fact.
For your ball dream.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So the problem is, going back to unity, if you have a community that doesn't, first of all, you got to have something to provide value to get the support. Okay, you know, I'm doing entertainment, but I'm also doing other business stuff that support that can be applied to the local businesses in my community. So there's value there. So there should be back in there. But if you're not, and then other people got to play their role. That's what makes it a community. A whole bunch of people doing things, and then they doing it together. As a network. Our people, you know, we went through a lot, but like I said, I'm looking in the past. There was waves of turmoil and horrific things, but then there was waves of these niggas was standing on business.
Yeah.
There was waves of strong black men, strong black women in different eras, and you know, I can't really. I'm sorry, man. I don't subscribe to the cup halfway empty. Yo, niggas did that to us. I know niggas that stood tall. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, nigga.
Yeah.
Toussaint Louverture, Bookman, Marcus Garvey.
Yeah.
What about them? Well, like, come on, many people, many.
You have a lot of examples. There's no excuses. But you know, me and you talk about this all the time. And it's like, you know, when you growing where we come from, a lot of times you gotta rearrange that circle you got.
A few times.
A few times. Unity is important. You know, there's strength in unity. Like the saying says, it's on the flag. But the unity that we have a lot of times where we come from is unity, but it's a different kind of unity. Picture a barrel, right? I want y'all to picture a barrel. And in this barrel, there's a lot of crabs. And unfortunately, when one crab tries to get out, all the crabs just go, and then nobody gets out. So it's unity
Only at the bottom.
only at the bottom, but it's not even good unity. That's why it's important you unify with the right people. Like, none of this is gonna go well for you if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you want to be a part of that unity with a whole bunch of crabs and stuffed in the barrel, you can do that. But you ain't going nowhere. Like, where you gonna go? There's no upward mobility. And even if you are trying to go up, everybody's holding on to you. That's the unity we have right now. And that's the unity we gotta change. You know what I'm saying?
That shit is sad.
It's sad. It's really sad. I've learned in this journey to unify, but be very selective. You know what I mean? Like, your space, your aura, your energy comes a certain type of way. Only you know that. I know how my energy is, right? And as soon as somebody just comes in there that don't belong there, you gotta push them out. That's the only way. You gotta slide to the left, slide to the right.
That shit left though.
But you do gotta push them out though. Real talk.
Yeah, man.
Business is hard. Don't let nobody tell you it's not. You know, in this world,
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. But in this world, you got a lot of people who just throw around entrepreneur like this, like it's, you know, it's the new code, and it's not. Like, I know people that got businesses that, you know, for years, and it's been struggling. You know, and that's what this podcast is about. It's about staying strong. That's one, because, you know, if you have a business or you want to start a business, these are things you got to understand. Like, everything else can be taught. Teach you how to do the LLC, teach you how to do accounting, teach you how to understand your books, bookkeeping. All the, you know, tedious stuff can be taught, but the integrity part of it is important. You know, simple stuff. It goes back to, you know, when you go into work, be on time. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget what you were supposed to do. You know, stay focused. These things are so simple, but in hindsight, yo, so much people miss that. Like, I won't even work with somebody unless they laser focus like that, because it's not gonna make any sense. You know what I mean?
Gotta be, bro.
It's just gonna be like a up and down, and trust me, that's not what you want to be around. That's not the energy I want to be around. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I have you on here, because it's like, from the first day I met you, you've been who you said you were, and you did what you said you was gonna do.
Yeah.
As a man, like, it don't get no better than that. And you
Appreciate
stood
that,
on your business. Like, I didn't see you, like, all the businesses that I know and see, right? They, you know, it's rocky. That's just business. But you got like a lot of snaky stuff going on. You're the only person that I've seen so far that has CMP, stand from the day I met you. CMP, stand today. You make music, you stay in your lane, you learn other things, and you still make music.
Like, it's a driving force.
Yeah, it's a driving force. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, these are the type of people that you want to surround yourself with. You get what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, my brother. Likewise,
These
man.
are the people you want to be around.
But oh, go ahead.
No. Say what you gonna say. My fault.
Now I was gonna say, like, so it's a journey, bro, and you gotta understand, like, I'm a dude that, you know what I'm saying, like, I got a lot of issues. We're the chosen one. They call it chosen ones. Keyword. I didn't ask to be chosen. You didn't ask to be chosen.
We just chosen.
You got chosen by God, but there's a lot of not only responsibilities, there's a lot of gifts that come with that, but there's going to be a lot of hate. It's going to be a lot of like self-reflecting. So I reflect a lot. I reflect damn near all day. And a lot of times music is such a spiritual thing, art in general, because it's something that was given to you outside of this world, outside of no one gave it to you. It wasn't even something that somebody taught you. Even if you was taught that, it was initially um embedded in you. So now you like the Most High gave you that, right? And so I'm very grateful for that. And you have to protect that. And it's like I said, it's not something that I wanted. It's something that I received, and it's something that I realized every time I stopped doing music, my life was in shambles.
Mm.
But every time I incorporated music or just the creative side of my brain, whether it's the merge, whether it's videos and stuff. And by the way, I went to school for this. So not only did I wanted to do well with this, I wanted to back it up with the paperwork and to go through the pain, and then after that go through that's why it's intro the intern. It was just intro, and then it became the intern because I was interning. So niggas where we come from wouldn't dare leave the streets like I did, making money, and then or go to school and then work for free for the white man or the black man.
Yeah, they wasn't doing that.
But I went and did it because I knew like, yo, I gotta do stuff that these dudes don't want to do.
Yeah.
And so I say all that to say this: you're gonna go through a lot. You're gonna keep on going through things that you may not want to do. You're gonna go through different levels of elevation, and it's gonna be so much backstabbing, so much cutthroat, so much people talking shit about you, so much doubters, so much negativity. And at the same time, you have to develop not only for yourself, but for the little bit or the big group of people that you touching every day, and changing their lives, changing their perspectives on, through your journey of what you're doing and promoting yourself and being brave, because a lot of people stay in the shadows. It's a risk putting yourself in front of a camera because people see you before you see them, and they could do anything. They could plot, they could plan, and they can execute on you. So you really, I mean, if I could go home for the day and be good, I'm blessed, because somebody could be planning on my demise,
Yeah.
and I won't even know. So, which is why I must make money, because if all else fails, I put myself out there while you was home worrying about privacy. So if I'm putting out my privacy, what's the price of privacy?
Mm.
What's the price of giving out information that you receive through your hardest, most difficult experiences? I've been homeless. I've been without money. I've been on that. People like, I wouldn't dare go through that. This is why I'm me and you are you.
That's a fact.
So, like I said, those things that you go through, because it's like it's an embedded, it's an investment, and it's compounding. uh you either gonna leave it alone, or you're gonna really respect it and see how far you go. And then you got people that went far with their stuff, you relate with them.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna start respecting what you do. You're gonna respect your pain. You're gonna respect your hard work. You're gonna respect your money. You're gonna start respecting, like, nah, bro,
Yeah.
I'm a good person. I'm a nice person, but I can't just give that to you. And it's on so many levels. One, you won't respect me. Number two, you won't respect it.
That's a fact.
So I have to be a teacher in this point to teach you the value of that. And then when me charging you or not charging you, whatever the case may be, if it's about money, it's based on, not only respect but principles. But you are obviously avoiding what me and many other people went through to get that information, to be in that position, to elevate So now it's like, I don't want you around me. I don't want to do business with you. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want you in my circumference. I go to the gym. I put pain on my body. I read. I tax my brain. I save dollars to buy equipment and to pay for services myself.
Yeah.
And so after a while, when you start lacking, you always gonna go through a hard time and lack in the beginning. Once you start going over that hump, now you're in the middle where people have to give you money in order for you to send out the money to be who you are, maintain who you are, or elevate. And you're credible, you're qualified at that point. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not qualified. And if you're not qualified, then seek how to qualify so that this conversation of not trying to respect what I do with my time, this is a 24-hour lifestyle. This is not a 8-hour, 4-hour thing.
Yeah.
This does not turn off, nor do I want it to turn off. So if you want to do something, you have to do it the right way, because it's easy to just talk. We don't need the mics. We could talk for free. We can do we could rap for free. We could do a lot of things, go for a walk for free, work out in the park for free. But when we start implementing different people that's needed, implementing different physical things like microphones, equipment, electricity, and now, all right, I paid for all of that, but I don't have the power to keep the electricity on, and it's gonna go back. Or I don't have the power to keep funding myself because I got a loan. So electricity, loan, cell phone, internet, all these top services. Guess what? Guess what? Now you're gonna start realizing the bigger picture, that our black asses don't stick together, because now the reason why you really frustrated that I have to receive the income from you is bigger than me and you. Now it's like, yo, bro, I'm gonna have to charge you regardless because I gotta pay Con Ed.
Yeah.
That we don't own.
Yo, you know how you did the way you broke that down? The way you broke that down. But you know what's crazy, Mike? Like, we come from an era where
It's the truth, man.
like we had to, like, now
Get it.
a lot, we had to get it. Like, now it's so much easier for the people behind us or that's just catching up to where we at, where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna chat GBT it. And it's like, yo, like I'm seeing chat GBT images all over for multiple flyers. There was a time where we had to actually get an artist, or I'm an artist. I would have to draw it, design it. Like we had to get it through the mud. And now, you know, I'm thankful for chat GBT, but like, you know, it's getting to a point where people not even using their brains. Like, you know, people are just focused on AI. And it's like, yo, nah, you need NI. You need natural intelligence before you even touch artificial intelligence. You know what I mean? That's like a dummy picking up a calculus book. Something dangerous is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I see that and I'm like, yo, like a lot of these people didn't even work hard for it. And it's like they don't even realize what the hell they're using. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you, I learned to let them for several reasons, because it's so easy. Remember, these people from the beginning were trying to avoid working with people that they have to pay.
Yeah.
Or even if they don't pay, let's remove the dollars. Let's just not talk about dollars for a minute. They don't have respect for hard work. They don't value art. They don't value people who do meticulous things. These things will always be around, because people like us is always looking around, always like, oh, how does that work? How does this? And then we find a problem that person was trying to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to be smart enough to say, okay, this is how much it costs. I knew you'd come back. Come.
Come over here.
Come over here, man.
Let's talk business.
Disloyal bastard. You disloyal fuck nigga and bitch. Come over here, man. Drop that bag. Let's talk. It's gonna be a bigger bag now because you ran off.
You ran off with the plug. Now I'm
you ran off. Yeah, now ChatGPT. Guess what? Now you like, wait, yo, bro, I just got one question. Slow down. That's a consultation. Okay, my nigga. That's a console. Listen, I used to work for EMI Music Publishing, for niggas don't know, right? My boss was Omar Grant. You know what I'm saying? He had a little disagreements in the past, but shout out to O, right? Shout out to Omar. Told me what I know now. O, you know what I'm saying? We was in the A&R department, right? So O is basically telling me, you know, he giving me the ropes, telling me what to do. I keep bothering the nigga coming back in his office because I'm in school at the time, so they give me the textbook information, but I'm in real life, and it's like, yo, it's confusing. It's like, yo, hold on. But the school said it's this, and he's like, man, nah, it's like this and like that. So I'm like, nah, bro, but why would they? And I'm like, I had to really realize, like, yo, I'm getting the first hand and I'm getting the experience and I'm seeing it for what it is. And it's quite easier when you're in these situations. And I learned to not cut no corners, and I learned to respect the steps.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of these people, they're not respecting the steps. And so when you going through things so hard, like you were saying, you was drawing, and then now you got ChatGPT. You know, that's just you got to look at it like, okay, no different people you don't want to hang out with. Like, that's just not my crowd no more. Even if that person, these people were part of your crowd, just let them go and stay on the course. Now, are you gonna have to elevate your skill sets and get more skill sets? Yeah, but don't say that. Like, I went to engineering school. I'm not gonna not engineer no more because niggas is buying pre-made with roadcasters and they buying their interfaces and they feel like they don't need me. There's no way that I went through all of these hardships and all of this painful things, and then I learned from it and had gems, and for being in big rooms, and for me for someone to tell me that they don't need me, or they're not gonna have their problems. And my mentality was to seek the answer, like when I was going to O.
Yeah.
But your answer, and the reason why I could ask O is because I was an intern. I was paying already. The nigga was not paying me.
Yeah.
So you damn right I'm gonna ask this nigga some motherfucking questions, nigga, because that's what I'm serving. I'm getting information for servitude. Did I get offered a job after that? Absolutely. And guess what it was? Graphic design department.